Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for the year 2020. This deck is going to represent the beginning of the year. This deck is going to represent the middle of the year, and this deck is going to represent the end of the year. Remember, this is a general reading. If you'd like a private reading, there's a link down below to my website, channeledguidance.com. I am offering a reading for the year 2020, and it also includes a bonus general reading for those of you where you want to see maybe what's changing in your career or your finances. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Okay, let's go ahead and see what is coming up for the sign of Scorpio for the beginning of 2020. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for the beginning of 2020. You've got the Emperor. Knight of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. The Star. Two of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Two of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. And since this is a reading for the entire year, this is not a monthly reading, I am approaching it in a slightly different way. Again, because this is a reading that kind of covers a kind of bigger chunk of time. So right at the center of the reading for the beginning of 2020, you actually have the Star. This can represent the sign of Aquarius, but this also represents your hopes and wishes manifesting as far as a relationship. And literally right next to the Star, again, your hopes and wishes manifesting, you have the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card. So for those of you where you are single, let's just start there. For those of you where you're single, the beginning of the year is telling you that you have a big opportunity here to kind of meet that ideal partner. Again, the Star represents your hopes and wishes manifesting. This can be maybe meeting that, that new person, or perhaps you already know who the soulmate is. Maybe this is an ex, or it's your current partner and there's problems. I see a wish being manifested at the beginning of the year. You also have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a relationship as well. You've got relationship energy all over the beginning of 2020. The Ten of Pentacles is commitment, stability. It can even be marriage. For those of you maybe where you're already involved, there can definitely be maybe a marriage proposal at the beginning of the year. Now you also have here, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn. Can be male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Can also be you if you have a moon or rising, an earth sign. There's something kind of strange going on with this earth sign because we've got the Two of Swords right next to it here at the beginning of the year. So there's a really difficult decision to be made, perhaps with an earth sign. The Two of Swords means that somebody does not want to make a decision. It could be maybe that this is someone that maybe you're getting back together with someone because you have the Star and the Two of Cups here. Perhaps you're torn over making that decision. This is literally an energy of feeling torn, not being able to decide. Some of you, maybe you're making a decision to leave this person, or maybe you're making a decision to get back together with this person. I do see you looking at this very carefully. You have the Page of Pentacles, which means that you're studying this. Like there is some type of decision that you have to make where the sign of Scorpio is torn. You don't know what to do about this earth sign. Now, you actually start the reading. Let me just kind of bring you up here. You start the reading with the Emperor. So the beginning of 2020, this is definitely a time to really take control of your love life. If you want things to move forward, and they can, you have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords means that things can change very, very quickly for you, no matter what your circumstances are. Maybe you're single and you want to meet somebody new. Maybe you want to get back together with an ex, or you want to heal a marriage. The Knight of Swords means that things can change very quickly. The key is you, the Emperor. You really have to take back your power. You have to take control. This is all leading to you receiving what you want. You have the Six of Pentacles, getting what you deserve. And what you want and you deserve is here. Love, the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate. And again, for those who are single, this can be a new soulmate, somebody new coming in, or this can be your existing partner. I feel like the beginning of the year, has a magic around it. You have the Star. Your hopes and wishes can be manifested, but this is up to you. Okay, let's get a few more and let's see what the rest of the story is. You have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. We've got the 7, the 8, and the 9 of Cups. So the beginning of 2020 definitely seems like a very emotional time for the sign of Scorpio. I mean, look at all this water energy. Again, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, all right here. So it's a very emotional time. The cups represent water, which represents emotion. For some of you, like, there is, look at this, there is a decision that you're making at the beginning of the year. Maybe it's a really tough decision with the 2 of Swords. You're torn, you're confused with the 7 of Cups. You're confused, you're just kind of lost about maybe who you want to be with, or are you going to leave, because you've got the 8 of Cups here. The 8 of Cups means that some of you, maybe you're ready to kind of move on from a relationship, but it can also be, because the star is, at the center of the reading, that maybe it's time to leave kind of old issues in the past, to move on. If you've had a lot of fighting, disagreements with a partner, this is a card of leaving old emotional baggage behind so that you can be here. The 9 of Cups, you can be, this is a card of extreme happiness. It also represents wishes being granted. So, I mean, you've got wishes being granted here on the card of hopes and wishes, the star. So it seems that for the sign of Scorpio, the beginning of the year, like, there's definitely opportunities for you to make something happen. I mean, I see a soulmate relationship here. And again, you getting, you have the star card and the 9 of Cups. So that's interesting. It's like exactly, what you want is there at the beginning of the year. But I do see you for some reason kind of confused with the 7 of Cups. Like, there is some type of choice that you have to make to, like, literally make all of this happen. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the middle of the year. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what is coming up for you in the middle of 2020. You've got the Magician, the Ace of Cups, 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, Temperance, 3 of Wands, Five of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and this card jumped for you, and it is the 2 of Wands. So let's go ahead and stop here. So you do have this energy of waiting for the middle of the year. You've got the 2 and the 3 of Wands. It's like the sign of Scorpio is waiting for something. Whatever it is that you're waiting for. I mean, you start with the Magician. So this means, this is you making the magic happen. This is you manifesting. I see the sign of Scorpio waiting for something here. I feel like at the, in the middle of the year, I do kind of see this message of, like, don't work against yourself. You have the 7 of Swords here. The 7 of Swords, it can represent deceit. I don't see anything here that really supports kind of deceit. Like, maybe a red flag for those of you that are meeting somebody new. This can be someone lying to you, but it seems more of like, don't work against your own happiness, because you're actually starting with the Magician. The Magician this is you manifesting perhaps a new relationship. Right next to the Magician, you have the Ace of Cups, which is a new relationship, or maybe a new beginning with a partner. With the Magician, you're making this happen. So it can be that you have the 7 of Swords telling you that if you're not actually doing something to maybe make amends, or maybe if you're not doing something to go out there and meet somebody new, you're working against yourself in the middle of 2020, because there is a new beginning here for you. The Ace of Cups, again, it can be a new person if you're single, or it can be a new beginning with an existing partner. But again, you are the one kind of making this happen, because the Magician is here. You also have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is telling you that, there can definitely be communication. All the pages are communication, but this is excitement. There's a lot of adventure, a lot of change, a lot of good times in the beginning. Sorry, not the beginning, the middle of 2020. For some of you, there can be healing around a relationship. You have Temperance here. This can be perhaps healing a relationship where there's been a lot of problems. But you're also being told to be patient here, because again, Temperance, 2 and 3 of Wands right here. So it seems like, in the middle of the year, the sign of Scorpio is, it's like you're ready for a new beginning, and it's here. You're manifesting this. But at the same time, it's like you're waiting for something here. I see you waiting and you're being told to be patient. Temperance is all about letting things happen naturally. It could definitely be that maybe you've met somebody new, or you're going to meet somebody new, or there's a new beginning with an ex, where, you know, you want things to move forward quickly, the Page of Wands. But it's like, you know, you're being told here, like, pace yourself. Like, don't force things. That's what temperance is all about. Don't force something to happen before it's time. You have the Five of Pentacles as well. The Five of Pentacles can represent, you know, kind of feeling lonely, kind of emotionally shut out from somebody's life. I feel like for those of you where you're coupled already and you're having problems, the problems that you may have may actually be in the middle of the year, because we didn't really see that at the beginning of 2020. But you do also have, I mean, the Seven of Wands right next to this. So for some of you, there can be misunderstandings with a partner. You could be feeling like this person is, you know, shutting you out of their life. They're not kind of sharing what's going on emotionally. With the Seven of Wands, you're fighting back here. You're really speaking up for yourself. And it could be that, again, this is tying in with the Magician. You're making the magic happen. You're speaking up for yourself and kind of, you know, healing an existing relationship. But again, Two of Wands, delays and waiting. It could be that, I feel like if there's going to be a problem for the sign of Scorpio, any type of glitch that you're hitting in 2020, it seems like it could be in the middle of the year, where it's like you're having to wait. Again, 2 and 3 of Wands, you're having to wait for things to come together, or you're having to wait, you know, for a relationship to get back on track. It seems like it is a month of healing. Let's get a few more cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of 2020? You've got the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and Death. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like if there's going to be a challenging time for you as far as your love life, I mean, look at this. You've got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. The fives represent an obstacle, a challenge, a problem. So there could be something there where, you know, you may be feeling kind of, you know, disappointed in your partner. Both of these cards represent feeling disappointed. Especially this one, you know, there could be regrets, maybe as far as a relationship. The Five of Cups does represent just, you know, tears, sadness. And here you're feeling kind of lonely, and kind of isolated from the person that you love, but you do have victory around this. You have the Chariot. So again, I do feel like there could be a glitch in the middle of 2020, so just kind of keep that in mind. But the Chariot does represent victory, but you do have to be persistent and hanging in there and refusing to give up, because I feel like there is something here, you know, that's perhaps upsetting you. For some of you, it can be maybe that someone's not being completely honest about something. That's not going to apply to everyone, but I mean, seeing the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups, it could be that you're disappointed that someone was not completely honest. Maybe you were not completely honest with someone else. You have the Death card here. So the middle of the year, you know, it is a time of transformation. I feel like, you know, relationships that are meant to be, again, there's healing energy right in the center of the reading. Relationships that were never meant to be, or where, you know, you hit a glitch and you can't heal things. Some of you could be deciding to move on with the Death card being here. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the end of the year. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and look at the end of the year for you. Let's see what is coming up. Nine of Swords. Five of Cups. So we also saw this in the middle of the year. The Star. This card was actually in the first part, the beginning of the year. Eight of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Page of Wands. I think you also had this in the middle of the year. Ace of Wands. And the Fool. So, I mean, you're definitely ending the year kind of with new beginnings. And this, again, this could be something that starts in the middle of the year. You know, perhaps it isn't the end of a cycle as far as being single. Maybe you're kind of starting over in an existing relationship. You've got the Fool down here with the Ace of Wands. So towards the end of 2020, you have a strong energy of new beginnings here, or somebody new coming into your life. You also have, I mean, you've got strong relationship energy here. Not just relationship, but kind of long-term relationships, marriage. Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. Again, both of these are cards of marriage, children, stability, commitment. And it's like, you know, this is taking you by surprise. You have the Eight of Wands. This is what you've been waiting for. And if you go back and watch the middle of the year, I told you you're waiting for something. You had the Two and the Three of Wands in that spread. And it seems like here, like you're finally kind of seeing the result of what you have been trying to manifest. Which, you know, I also see here with the Star. You also had this, I think it was at the center of the reading in the first spread. Your hopes and wishes are being granted. I do feel like coming into the end, you know, towards the end of the year, you're kind of coming in disappointed. You have the Five of Cups here, which you also had in the middle of the year. Again, you're feeling disappointed in someone. You feel like someone has let you down. You also have the Nine of Swords, which is, you know, a lot of stress. Maybe you're very stressed about a marriage or a relationship. You feel like things are falling apart. But this is looking very positive towards the end of the year. There's a strong energy here of commitment, marriage, stability. You know, you're getting exactly what you hope for as far as 2020. You've been waiting for this for a long time. You have the Page of Wands. So there's a lot of excitement here, a lot of adventure. The Page of Wands can also represent important communication for the sign of Scorpio. Perhaps, you know, this is an ex, or there is, you know, some type of communication about a new beginning. The Ace of Wands and the Fool. So I feel like there is an opportunity here for a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And you're being told towards the end of the year, take that leap of faith, take a giant risk, and kind of accepting maybe a marriage proposal or a new relationship commitment. Again, this is exactly what you've been wanting. Okay, let's get a few more cards and let's see what comes out for you. You've got the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Death. Okay, so that's strange because you also ended towards the middle of the year. The last card I pulled was also the Death card. So, I mean, it is time for a huge transformation here. So the sign of Scorpio, you actually have two people lined up here. You've got an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Again, it can also be you if you have a moon or rising and an earth sign. But I also see an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you if you have a moon or rising and an air sign. For some of you, there can definitely be a choice between two people towards the end of the year. Because you actually have, let me just kind of move this out of the way. It's kind of strange that, you know, two people have come up for you towards the end of the year. And you also have two relationship cards here. Not just that, but you also have two new beginnings. So, I mean, for some of you, it could be that there is a choice as far as, like, you know, who are you going to be with? Who are you going to choose? But for those who are single, it could be that you're meeting perhaps, you know, an earth sign and an air sign. And you have an important decision to make. Because, I mean, you've got the Death card here. So this is a huge, again, the Death card is, it is your energy, the sign of Scorpio, but it also means this is like something that would change your life forever. I feel like if you're meeting somebody new towards the end of the year, like this person could be the one. This could be, you know, the person that changes everything. But also for those who are already coupled, whatever happens towards the end of the year, like it's going to be like, this is it. Like this is what changes everything for you. Either you're going to stay together. I feel like you will know towards the end of 2020 whether you're going to, you know, stay together, you can get a divorce. Are they going to commit to you? Are they going to come back to you? I mean, it's very positive that you have two relationship energies here. And you've got two new beginnings. So I feel like for many of you, the Death card is, you know, kind of a really positive message telling you that everything will change. Everything will change towards the end of the year. Because I feel like you're coming in, again, the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. You're coming in kind of really stressed out about things. You're coming in the end of the year feeling disappointed in someone. Maybe you're disappointed in your love life as far as what has happened in 2020. But I just feel like things are really picking up here as far as the end of the year. There is, you know, something that's changing everything for the sign of Scorpio. Two new beginnings, perhaps two people. Let me look over the cards that I pulled for you here. Because I feel like there's definitely kind of a very, I feel like for the beginning of the year, you definitely want to keep your eyes open, especially for those of you who are single, because you had the soulmate card, which I'm actually looking at right now. You had the soulmate card, and I think it was next to the Star, you know, hopes and wishes, manifesting. So, I mean, there's definitely relationship energy. Here it is again. You also had the Emperor in the beginning of 2020. So I feel like the beginning of the year has a lot of, you know, positive energy as far as healing relationships, meeting new people. The middle of the year, there could be challenges. I feel like if there's going to be a difficult time, it's going to be the middle of the year. And then here towards the end of the year, I feel like things are Things are kind of healing themselves. There's a strong energy of a commitment here, of a relationship or a marriage. Again, this is what you have been waiting for. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for the year 2020. Hope you liked it, and I will speak to you again soon.